because I refuse to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their gilt rings. Right, the bouncers gilt rings.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day.
That guy needs to get some new questions.
Razavan IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. Delighted to be here in Bournemouth again with Sugar Hill. Sugar, good to see you. How are we?
We are good. How are you?
I'm very good. Good to see you.
Very good.
Enjoying the weather?
Just formally answer the question. You said, how are we? So I wanted to check on you first, and then I found out how you were doing. I'm like, no, me very good too.
That's amazing.
I can answer that question. We are well.
We are both well.
Yes.
Enjoying the weather?
I'm always enjoying the weather in Bournemouth. Look, I think I got a tan. Look, let's see it. See the line? I'll tan quick.
Considering you come from a country, well, we come from Miami, so you should be used to this.
This ain't no Bournemouth, son. In Miami, this is Bournemouth, right? This is a different sun.
Can you handle it?
I'm handling. I'm holding on here. I'm holding on.
I've got some water on me, don't worry, you're not going anywhere. Lawrence OKOLIE, I remember speaking to you after Ben Whittaker's fight. Now, how has he been in terms of the back-to-back camps? How much time did he have off before he jumped straight back into camp again for Bilham Smith?
As soon as possible. When you don't get any injuries, you should go again. I'm just an old school trainer, so in the olden days, as we all know, or if we don't know, then people can go do the history. Guys like Ray Robinson would fight. 3 weeks later, he'd be fighting for another world championship, defending his championship. So, yeah, the busier you are, I think the better longevity you have, as long as you're not getting into wars. But if you go out there and you don't have any injuries, training was a lot harder than a fight. In most cases, it should be. So yeah, that's the way I train. So yeah, if he gets right back out there like he just did now, I'm very happy with it because the things stay fresh.
When I spoke to Lawrence just after the Ben Whittaker fight, he said to me that one of the advantages of going back straight into camp was he didn't have to lose a lot of weight.
See, I told you, they stay sharp, they stay fresh and ready. The body's already in this ecosystem of breaking down fats and poisons and things that don't belong in the body. It's breaking it down. Our body's already ready for it. So when you go back into camp, it's like, ooh, oh, we're back working again. The body wants to work.
How much risk is there in a fight? I know you compared, obviously, Ray Robinson 30, 40 years ago, but it's a different time now. We eat different food. We breathe a different type of oxygen now.
We're supposed to be breathing and eating better food and air, ain't we?
We're supposed to be, you're right, absolutely. We're supposed to be, but we're not, are we?
I don't know if they were doing it all back then either, but here we are.
How does he look to you, though, when you're training him? Has his mindset been different because who he's up against?
I want to say yes, because they spent a lot of time together and they both clearly know each other inside and out. So it's just who can do what they know they can do with the other guy. Simple as that.
Do you believe you've been with Lawrence long enough to know his weak points? Because Shane McGuigan will know those weak points. He will set up a game plan based on those weak points. So have you analysed those weak points and trying to anticipate what Shane and his team will be planning?
Yes, I have.
All bases covered?
All bases are covered, like bases are loaded in baseball.
Have you had discussions with Lawrence about how those 300 plus rounds of sparring went?
Nope. Didn't want to know. I didn't want to know personally. The only thing I said was how I was sparring with you guys, and he was like, and that was it. That was enough for me. I'm not trying to dig in and ask about that history that they had together. He seemed pretty confident. That's all I need to have.
He said to me that it's going to be a destructive performance. He just said out there, gave his prediction.
He told you that?
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago. He just said out there that now that I've seen Bilham Smith today, middle rounds. I'm going to beat middle rounds.
I'm hoping earlier, but if he says middle, I think I need to speed up his thought process and his metabolism maybe, so we can get it done early.
Is there a risk? And a lot of fans have been critical and have said that if it almost doesn't go early, it could end up where they're just feathering each other and there's too much hugging. We've seen that in the past.
I don't think any of that's going to happen, period. They know each other. I don't think they were doing that in the gym. I don't think Shane allowed them to do that in the gym. They definitely ain't going to get out here and do it on the night.
Do you think OKOLIE likes being the villain?
I don't think he cares. It's just that Chris Billum has just such a great fan base, and it's so electric here. I was here when he fought Chamberlain, so I'm excited to go out there and be in that arena at the same time. Whether I don't care who they're cheering for. I just like the electricity. I know they're going to be cheering for Chris, as I was here in Bournemouth when he fought Isaac Chamberlain, and they were cheering for him. So I just like the electricity. I was just, and as a fan, I'll be working, but I know me, I can hear it, but I don't really hear it until later on. But it'll be a great atmosphere. I'm excited about being here with those fans again in a bigger venue, and I think both guys are they're gonna do their best to one for Chris to win, and one for Lawrence to retain his championship. They've been together too long. So I mean, it's no bad blood or anything like that. It's those guys going out there doing their job like they would have auditioning for a part in a movie or trying to get a job. That's all it really is.
How hard is you've had some great fighters in your gym? You still have some great fighters. How hard is OKOLIE punch for a cruiserweight? Does he have heavyweight punching power like most say?
Lawrence has sneaky power, so you don't think of it as it's a certain timing that he has, like a Mark Brilliant. Mark Brilliant was a big puncher. Didn't look big at all, but he had a certain technique in which he delivered those punches that got him those knockouts. And so Lawrence is pretty much the same way. Lawrence is a strong fella, don't get me wrong, but if he tries to punch hard, it don't come off hard. When he just lets it go, it's hard.
Does he stay at cruiserweight after this fight? Do you want him to go heavyweight? Because I know from when he was with Shane, they wanted him to go up to heavyweight quite quickly. What's your kind of plan with Lawrence after this fight?
I don't care. I just want him to win the fight like he's going to do. And then
unify or go to heavyweight? Unify or go to heavyweight?
Oh, I said I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. I'm going to train him for whatever he wants to do and whatever his team has plans on. I'm not picky like that. I don't care. I'm not sitting here trying to make the decision he should go to heavyweight. He shouldn't go to heavyweight. I could care less. If he's a heavyweight, guess what? He'll be a heavyweight. He'll weigh that heavyweight limit. So that's all I care about.
Let's talk a bit about your other fighters. Ben Whittaker.
Ben Whittaker started it off, so they were all in training camp together. Ben Whittaker started it off. Lawrence was front row at that fight, and at the end of the fight, I caught a glimpse of Lawrence OKOLIE shadowboxing after the fight, right at ringside, thinking and wishing that he was in there. He was getting his shot, So he's here now. So Ben was in training camp with us. He did a fantastic job, third round knockout, and transferring from his fight onto Lawrence's fight. Lawrence is ready. He saw Ben firsthand, so I think Ben might have been blowing kisses at Lawrence. That's actually when he was fighting, letting him know, like, "Ooh, wait, look at this." So yeah.
So you had Lawrence fight David Light and practically go straight into camp. Ben Whittaker was out. He won, and he's literally gone almost straight back into camp as well because he's out again in the next 5 weeks. Is that the way you like it?
I like it. That's an old school song. You probably look that up. That's the way.
I've heard it.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, I like it like that. Stay busy. You stay busy, you stay sharp. Look at you. You go from interview to interview, you get sharper and sharper.
Thank you, mate.
I know, see? I'm watching. The questions get sharper, and you already knew to come with some sharp questions with me, because you already know, like, dang, he's not going to be answering these kind of questions and stuff.
It's always a positive when you don't give me a time limit.
How do I get around it? And I want to see you try to get around it. I want to see how sharp you've gotten.
Well, let's talk about one of your sharp fighters in Tyson Fury. He's in Australia at the moment supporting Joseph Parker, a good friend of his. Obviously, he's fighting this week. I think it's tonight even, maybe.
He's at the fight with Parker, supporting Parker, right?
That's right.
Okay.
When do you anticipate Tyson Fury coming back into camp with you, Sugar?
About as much as you anticipated. Do you have any? I don't have any control over it.
He's not. I don't train him.
All I do is just come up when the job is ready.
Who do you want to see Tyson Fury fight, Sugar?
You.
I would love to fight Tyson Fury for the paycheck.
Just don't overprice yourself.
No, I'm not greedy, trust me. I'll do with 7 figures. Just a small 7 figures. I'm happy. Who do you want him to see him fight? Listen, let me ask you.
Anybody. Honestly, I get asked these questions all the time. It's just anybody. I don't care.
Sugar, you just spoke to me about some of the great fighters of the past, right? Great fighters always fought each other. A lot of people want to see the heavyweights fight too. We want to see Wilder Joshua. We want to see Joshua Fury. We want to see Usyk in the mix. We want to see Joyce in the mix.
I want to see him too. I know he interrupted you, but I'll repeat it. I want to see those fights too.
Should that Usyk?
I like the way you hold it like this. Like, and most people, they bite on it. They be like, I better say something else. Like, and I look at you. I look at you like, you're not my mother or my father or my grandmother. Like, they the only ones that can make me answer a question. I say, I'm like, now I'm entertained by it. I'm like, okay, let's do it then.
A lot of fans are upset that it seems like Tyson Fury is outpricing himself, and the Usyk fight didn't happen because of Tyson Fury. We're hearing rumors about DEMSEY McKEAN. And let's be honest, fight fans have been very vocal over the last 48 hours. No one wants to see that fight. We want to see Tyson Fury, who is arguably the best heavyweight of his generation, fight other great heavyweights, especially someone like Usyk, who is a unified champion. Could you understand the frustration from fans, media, and reporters and then even TV and broadcast that those big fights, especially in the heavyweight division, are not happening?
I can understand those frustrations because everybody wants what they want when they want it. That's everybody. And when they don't get it, they get frustrated. I have those thoughts myself when I want like me a big double scoop ice cream, pralines and cream with an extra pouring of caramel on top. I get frustrated. It's life. We have to learn how to deal with those frustrations. Everybody, learn to deal with your own frustrations. That's what life is supposed to teach you.
Would it be fair to say, in order for Fury to be recognized as the best of his generation, he has to fight Usyk's, Joshua's, Joyce's, Zhang's? It's important for him to do so.
I just believe only time will tell. You've had other fighters throughout history not fight who everybody wanted them to fight. And they still become great fighters and still have that legend and legacy to carry on.
I spoke to Peter Fury a couple of weeks ago, and I asked him about Usyk Fury specifically, and I said, how do you see that fight going? And he said, out of all the heavyweights, he goes, that is the fight where a fighter can cause Tyson Fury a lot of problems. And you're
so there you go. Why is everybody asking me if you're asking the man himself? We don't listen. Honestly, we don't even be talking like that. Me and Tyson like to have fun, playing jokes on each other or something like that. Having a fart contest. Who can get the most farts off in a day?
Walk around with your bathrobes on.
Yeah, all of that. It ain't all about boxing and business with us. So if you ask him, then hey, that's what it is. He's his own boss.
Okay, let me just ask you this then. This rumored Saudi tournament in December, from a trainer perspective.
Oh, this is boring.
No, 1 second. It's a different question. Forget whether it's happening or not.
When you said Saudi in this tournament thing, it's boring me right now.
Yeah. It's boring me as well because nothing's done. But Sugar,
why do you torture yourself then?
if he doesn't fight until then, December, he would have been out of the ring for a year practically.
Yeah, you counting. I'm not even counting.
Is that ideal though for a fighter?
After what we just talked about.
Yeah, but it's not, is it?
Look, shit happens. Deal with it.
As a trainer, don't you want to see your fighters active? Shouldn't you have more of a say? Don't you have more of a say? Don't you tell your fighters?
As a reporter, you like me to answer the questions the way you want them answered, right? You don't get that, then what happens? Try again, or just wait. I know I'm cold-blooded. I know.
No, I know what you're like, Sugar. It's all right. It's all right.
That's why I'm enjoying it right now. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. But as you know, I don't really voice my opinion on those things too much because it's just my opinion mixed with everybody else's opinion, which doesn't really matter to me about voicing my opinion. It's my own opinion. I don't mind keeping my thoughts to myself. It's not like my opinion is going to make a difference. So why would I waste that energy? And I could be focusing on my golf game, which is okay, and I want to be better.
Okay.
Dig deep.
Okay. No. I don't want to come across rude. I've asked the question.
I'm having fun. If it was rude, I'd have walked away. I'd have been like, you know what? Enough of this. But I'm liking the effort, though. I'm thinking to myself, like, wow, I'm strong. This reminds me of being in court when I was a police officer, and the defense attorney's trying to ask these questions. I'm just sitting there like, no.
Or no comment.
No, I just say no. Or I look at my counsel and go like, are you gonna say something? And they go, I object, Your Honor. And I'm like, yeah. Same thing I was thinking.
Does Anthony Joshua need another fight before he goes into with Deontay Wilder, from your perspective?
I don't know. I enjoyed his last fight. I'm the kind of guy that can't answer that. I don't train Anthony Joshua, so I don't know if he needs another fight or not. Derek James can answer that question. That's my man. He can tell you the best.
But no, as a trainer from the outside, when you looked at his performance, everyone expected a lot better.
It's difficult for me to answer those questions truthfully because I'm not there. All of it's just speculation. It's just it's all hearsay. And I don't really try to get involved in too much of that stuff. I like facts. If I'm there, I can tell you something. But if I'm not there, I don't want to just be like guessing across the way just for my voice to be heard. That ain't me like that. I don't know. It takes the fun out of it. I know I'm not always right, so if I'm saying something, I want to be right about it. That's just where I was raised.
Okay, we'll leave it there, Sugar. We've got to 16 minutes with you saying what you want to say.
The whole 16 minutes. Hope we got something out of these 16 minutes. Chop it up, smack it, flip it, rub it down. Oh no!
You're gonna jump in the. You're gonna jump in this. You're gonna jump in the sea. You're gonna jump in the sea in a bit.
No. I'm going back up to the hilltop. I'm going back up to the hilltop. Peace out.
Sugar Hill, IFL TV. Thank you very much. Pleasure.
Excellent job.
Because I refuse to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt wins. Right, the bouncer's guilt wins.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day,